Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Chimmer Chatter. I'm Chris Chimmer. This week, very triumphant return. He spent his off time getting Nicki Minaj pregnant. His name is Jack. His name is Cardi B's not pregnant. I can't help that. His name is Josh Dweh. Time for Josh Dweh. It's exciting you're back. How was your vision quest?
It was good, man. I was just chilling, just missing the jokes that I know you definitely got from me. Apparently, that was good.
Did you now do you get half of Nicki Minaj's money if you leave, or what's the prenup look like?
First of all, man, I would not like to be associated as the baby father of Nicki Minaj because that man's a pedophile. So definitely don't need that coming my way, man. I like grown women, MILFs. I would even say MILFs.
It doesn't come much more grown than Nicki Minaj. How do you think she knew she was pregnant? She's big all over. I'm saying, you think the baby's first words are gonna be? I heard one song of hers, and she made a whole bunch of weird noises. And I'm like, this is rap now? That's what we used to do. That when we were drunk.
That sounds like Dungeons & Dragons you might have heard.
Dungeons and Dragons. I can't believe he brought that up. He looks like Marlon Wayans, and he brought up Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's one of her songs. Is it
really?
Yeah.
So is she good?
Is she good?
Yeah, like as far as rap goes, is she good? I only heard that little bit, and I did hear her on on somebody else's song. She had like a little part, and she was pretty okay on that. But like the noises thing really throws me off.
No, she's really solid. I think she's probably top 3 best female rapper of all time.
Is that right?
Yeah, you got Lauryn Hill. I think you go with maybe Lil' Kim did a lot, and I think
I would go there
right there. Yeah,
I like Lil' Kim. I like Lady of Rage. I was a big West Coast fan. Lady of Rage was pretty good. Because I thought she could beat up Snoop, and I like when the shit goes down. I want Lady of Rage on my team.
Yo, I know Snoop looks skinny, but man, I forget this man was damn near a college recruit for football.
Yeah. He's got those cheetah muscles, like stretched out like a cheetah. He's a hell of a football coach. So he was definitely paying attention in high school.
He put Juju Smith-Schuster in the league. That was one of his kids coming from his program.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah. I saw a documentary years ago of that league. Maybe they did it on ESPN, but he's really committed. Man, be a millionaire and just pick some random ass thing that you want to be involved in. Like kids football. I'll pay for a league. I'll fucking drive him up in Escalades. It was fucking crazy. He had all side like special shit for him. They had like great uniforms and shit. Random sneakers.
A lot of stuff. Having some of the players come back and coach, help them out. I forget how many NFL scouts how many NFL prospects he put in the league, but I know he put in double digits so far.
Yeah, his kid's real good, isn't he?
Yeah. I think his
now.
kid. Yeah, he's like a redshirt junior or senior, one of them.
Now they've got no sports to play, man. I hope they're talking about. I guess they just offered the NFL just offered the Players Association no preseason games. Just gonna jump right into the season.
First of all, I can't let you disrespect my sport like that. I know you said Corona have stopped all sports, but no, it hasn't. All right. Cornhole is one of my favorite sports. Cornhole. We're going strong.
I thought you were going to give me a speech about wrestling, and I was like, there is no way wrestling should be allowed to happen right now.
Not at all, man. What the fuck?
There's no touching anymore. What's that gonna do to wrestling? That's gonna be strange.
There's gonna be
What
a
if
lot of
wrestling
domestic
ends?
violence.
You know, a lot of pissed off wrestling coaches at home
Yeah.
throwing
I,
shit.
I feel bad for Heidi, man, because she's either gonna hear is this funny or let me try this one, you know? Like,
Yeah. Luckily for me, I've been doing the Zoom comedy stuff because I don't think my wife can tolerate any more premises. She's like, I literally have written on a piece of paper petroleum jelly jokes. So, so that's the mind that you're dealing with when you're married to a comedian. Is the next one says slide remote jokes. Do you know what a slide remote is?
are you talking about like the Comcast ones when you can slide
Yeah,
and
where it
hide the
slides back.
buttons?
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised you're young or old enough to remember that. Yeah, no, that was a big deal when we had them because you do like piano.
Yeah. On the Zenith TV.
And they'd always say, "You're gonna fuck up the TV," like the TV's doing anything other than just projecting the image. They're like, "You're gonna break the TV." You're like, "That's nothing to do. Shut up."
Right.
Oh man. So that's the. So I guess I'm gonna be working on jokes about slide remotes. So that's exciting. So stay tuned for that. Oh, so since the pandemic, I have done a couple shows. You just did a big show at the Church of Satire down in Hanover, home of the pretzel. Did you know
Oh
that?
my God.
Did you know that the pretzel was invented in Hanover,
Yeah,
Germany?
in the
I don't know where the
in the
pretzel was
green
invented.
room. Nah, you're talking about Utz, but in the green room we get a lot of Utz chips and shit. So
The green room, yeah. Yeah, it'd be
yeah.
weird. It would be weird to do a show there and there not be a bag of pretzels available. You know what I mean? So how was
Yeah,
that?
we
That was an outdoor show, right?
yeah, it was two shows, one at 7:30, one at 9. First one was like 50 something people, second one was like 35, something like that.
Yeah, that's a good
Um
turnout for comedy.
yeah, it was definitely really fun. I honestly it was just like such a great time just like getting back to it. It just like feels weird though, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. No. I hosted the first show I did. I hosted, so that was less stressful, less
yeah.
less labor intensive, but it was still weird. It was weird to. I brought my stool with me, as I am known to do. And I sat down on it, and I thought it was pretty. I thought I did pretty good, uh, and I did a good job moving the show along. Uh, but yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Oh,
The Zoom things helped, though. I mean, because I've told those jokes a bunch of times over the pandemic, so
yeah.
I didn't have to look at my paper so much, which is, I love to look at the paper. I know it's not
I,
professional.
I got a quick question for you.
Yeah,
Do you still go up with like the cigarette hanging out or
I do. I do. I can't help it. I know. And I know I'm supposed to stop, but it's a security blanket, man. Now, see, you've mentioned it, and now I have to smoke. You're complicit in my demise.
no,
I
that's how Chris get
don't
COVID
know
from a
why
prop
people don't
cigarette.
like it. It's funny. Other comics don't like it, but audiences don't seem to care either way. But comedians definitely have voiced their opinion. They're not a fan of me having a cigarette on stage.
Well, you gotta tell them suck your dick, man. Tell them, ask them what clubs they working at, man. That's all that matters.
Oh my God! Here we go. Okay, we're definitely gonna. You opened up the door, so we are definitely gonna get into it a little bit. Okay. The reason that Josh went on a vision quest, Josh had what I like to call a Zoom nervous breakdown, because the people in the real world didn't really get to see it, but the Zoom audience got to see Josh come in to an after. All right, so we have an open mic. If you can have open mic shows on Zoom, a bunch of people get together, tell jokes, open mic style, and at one of these, I'm not going to give a name as to which one,
I
but
don't give a fuck, man.
it rhymes with comic. Uh, anyway, so the open mic is over. Everyone's just kind of hanging out, hanging around. And a particular comic that Josh does not enjoy was there, and not really sure how it happened. The details are still a blur, and I was there. But Josh came in screaming, asking folks if they had club dates, talking about his bank account, and showing his statement on his phone, and just big dog and just straight big dog in the room, just really coming hard. And I'm not gonna stop this behavior. I was laughing. I'm not gonna lie. I could have probably put an end to it quick, but I said he wants to do this. He's a grown ass man. I'll allow it. And I laughed instead of said anything. And so, long story short, he didn't get banned from an open mic, but he could have. He came in hot. So, Josh, your side of the story, as the raging lunatic that came in, just Donkey Konging, just straight, just crashing through, just rampaging.
Yeah. So the truth, not the Chris, hey, but leave it up to the white folks. Always making the black dude seem angry. The truth of the matter, huh?
You were a little angry. Go ahead.
Rightfully so. I don't want to put the podcast listeners through too much of the long story, but it was one particular comedian that done enough shit talking and done enough walking around and not getting checked by other comedians because he's an asshole and we just gotta accept that. But he's gonna accept the foot up my ass soon. And the thing about it was I called him a week prior to this mic and I let him know, like, hey man, I appreciate you. I thank you for helping me get better, because I admire the things you do, this and that. Well, not even admire. I appreciate
Pause.
you.
Pause. Yeah. And the reason everything popped off is because this particular comic said, how did he get my number? In an innocent, not even in a mean way, but just in an innocent way. And then I said, hey, Josh, so-and-so wants to know, how did you get his number? And then, go ahead, Fury, tell him what happened.
So then, knowing the backstory about this comedian and being the asshole piece of shit that I think he is, and some of the sneak diss stuff that he said, once I heard that, I was like, okay, I see, like, he's trying to make it seem like I found his number, trying to be buddy. First of all, like, I just want everybody to know, me and this comedian is in two different lanes, all right? He's doing his own thing, and I'm doing my own thing, right? I'm trying to work and get here. Our paths are never going to cross, so I don't even have to really appreciate this man. So I just do it out of the sake of, like, he's the guy that's at my fucking scene. So anyhow, I hear this shit and I come back and I'm like, okay, obviously in my brain, I'm thinking this guy's trying to fucking play me and say whatever. So I walk in and all the motherfuckers already, like, you could tell when someone has like kind of malice intent. And I was trying to make a joke and I realized no one laughed because they're all trying to wonder, like, why the fuck is this dude back in here? Like, who the fuck told him to come back?
And I think it was a passive aggressive joke, if I remember.
Yeah, the joke was basically with my headgear on, and some people laughed and other people didn't. So I was like, oh, I just asked. I said, why?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I think anytime you put the headgear on is really funny. I think when you put the whole outfit on, again, there's no reason to do it. But if I invite you to a party, I guess you can wear what you want. Okay, keep going.
Exactly. So, like Chris said, other people thought it was funny. I do this in front of the most serious people, and they crack up. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, obviously, with the backstory of him asking about how I got his number, this and that, and he was in there with some of his crew. I'll go and I'm saying, damn, like, that's crazy. No one laughed. And there's one particular individual go, because you're not funny. Now, I'm like, okay, say whatever, but
is that particular person ever been
MP?
on Shimmer Chatter?
No, they hadn't.
Okay,
all right. So now I go, and I'm just like, in my brain, I'm thinking like, all right, guys, not to throw my weight around. I don't want it to seem like that, but like when you go inside the city and other like places, jokes like that don't get a lot of laughs, but I also understand like we're working in like a smaller scene and not too many people are like pushing boundaries getting experience. But like the laugh to wasn't that funny. That's something a fourth grader or something could say. But this particular comic and his bitch ass crew start kind of laughing along with it, like ha, 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 like as if it was that funny. Best thing since sliced bread. So I'm like, okay. And I go, what clubs are you guys working in? That's not
All right,
somebody's fucking dining
let's
hall.
stop right there. For the people listening at home, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Biff and Back to the Future. I don't think I don't think it's that kind of bitch ass crew. I think it's a different kind of bitch ass crew. Or like a early or late '90s cartoon where there's different ethnicities and genders. This crew's more like that. Very diverse crew. Bitch ass crew, I'm sorry. It's very
Diverse,
diverse.
never seen a black guy around them. That's all I'm gonna say. Very diverse, never seen a black guy around.
In all fairness, there's only two in the comedy circuit in Central PA. Three.
He does enough traveling. I'm just saying, right? Come on, bro. Like, Chris, he throw me these softballs. I'm trying to just get through the story, bro.
Now the way that you said it, you were like, so what clubs is everyone playing? Don't mind me asking. It's not the way it came out. It came out like, bitch, what clubs you working? And then,
Okay, time out again, because Chris, again, it happened to me. All right, I know. So I asked. I said, "What clubs are you playing?" Right, and then this particular individual, not the guy that I originally came in here beefing with, but another dude who said you know, it wasn't funny. He goes and say, "None that you could get into." Again, another fourth grade comeback. But then, go ahead, Chris.
we like that guy. Isn't
Huh?
that the guy we like?
I think he alright. I
Yeah.
don't know. We talked about it. He's alright. He said
Because
some racial shit.
I think he said it funny. And you
Uh,
heard it. You heard it. You were in an angry place coming in, though, because you thought the way that the person said how to get my
Chris.
number was malicious in intent. When he said it, it felt innocent. Like, how in the world type of deal? Or who, which among you gave him my number? Um, I will go on record as saying I only have two phone numbers of anyone in the comedy scene, and you're one of them. So,
Well, I
go ahead.
promise you, Chris. I promise you, Chris. I will explain all this. So, again, it may have been innocent. It may have been innocent to you, but after the backstory of this man, I know it's not innocent. And then two, this other comic, I was kind of a little bit frustrated with because he said some things that were like borderline like tense for me. Like the previous week, he said my degree was only worth 3/5. If you know what the 3/5 meaning is, slavery or black people was only worth 3/5 back in the day. But as a comedian, I'm supposed to just laugh it off. So all this is coming
Would have
now.
laughed if I
I've
said
been,
it.
yeah,
I would have
probably.
said it hilariously.
Not even that. It's like we know each other, but this dude is saying this shit without even really
Yeah.
knowing
So
me.
this other guy is kind of not new, but like
New to me.
we hadn't interacted with him much until this point.
Yeah. So, anyway, I go and once he says none of the clubs you could get into, again, I'm thinking like, I'm not going to name drop, but I don't work with enough comedians to know what good comeback is like and what a good thing is. And I think a lot of inexperienced comedians that can't come up with really good formulated jokes kind of use wow factor type of things. So for that joke to get kind of laughs, that's kind of what disturbed me. It's just like, yo, he just hit me with another fourth grade comeback, but yet there's two people that's part of this crew that already don't like me, so they're laughing malicious at it. So then I hear another friend that goes, yeah, and none that he has to bring people to. So then I get even madder because when that person
Okay.
said that, it wasn't his joke. The particular person that I don't like said that earlier at a roast that we had, and they kept running with it. And why I get very upset when people say that is because, like, okay, the first show I had to do was a bringer show, but the second and the third show that I got invited, no, the second show that I got invited to was audition for Roger Paul, who represents, JJ from Good Times and stuff like that. But that side of the story is never told, which lets me know some hating motherfuckers. So, two, once I hear that, I'm like, okay. Eventually I snap. I said, look, guys, like, I know you guys see me. Because in my brain, I'm thinking, like, all right, I never really snapped. I never said any of this, but like the host of this mic bombs sometimes. No one say shit. The fucking other people, like, they haven't done other venues. For me to be like, all right, cool. And the management that represent them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I already kind of know about them in that like inner circle and shit, and it doesn't really impress me. So it's like, yo, who the fuck are these guys to want to be throwing and talking this shit? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck that shit, bro. Say whatever you want. What clubs are you fucking working at? Like, really, what big clubs are you working at? That's not a fucking fire hall. That's not your fucking mom's dining room or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, dude, we're in quarantine.
Just so we're clear, attendance at my mom's dining room was pretty impressive. Upwards of 4 people. The one that said about the Bring Your Show, which is funny. For those of you who don't know, a Bring Your Show is a comedy show where you bring X amount of people, and that's kind of how you get on stage. It's very common in New York City. I can't do one because I only have 3 friends, and so that won't work for me. But the kid that said that is actually a friend of ours.
Yes, he's a very good friend.
And he was doing it from a place like you and I do it, bust
Yeah.
balls. He was trying to bust balls. He just picked the wrong moment to do it. But and by the way, funny fucking joke. It was a funny joke, and you know it. I laughed because it was adorable. But yeah, no, you did get invited back, and but that's not funny. You got invited back, so that's why you didn't mention it. That's not funny, but the joke itself is funny. And yeah, no, Josh could have felt a little surrounded. It was that comedian. There was a lot of people there that liked him. So yeah, you could have felt surrounded, and it could have felt aggressive. It wasn't aggressive. It became aggressive, but it wasn't initially. And I think everybody was trying to just laugh, but it came at you because it's coming out of the wrong people's mouths. And,
well, again,
yeah, I get it.
Well, still, like, however you may see it, bro, I promise you, like, because I feel like you see it a little bit more innocently, and it's easier because the way I reacted was such a big overstep that it's easier for people to just get caught up on my reactions. But like, I'm the type of person, I don't lie, I tell it straight how it is, and I always try. And Chris, be honest. Before this, have you ever saw me blow up or do anything like that? Have you ever seen me accept a compliment from anyone after my sets?
No, you're not too. You don't jump in either direction too much. You don't get too excited. You don't get too down. I think you're an even keel kind of kid.
So thank you. So like for me to act out of character, it was definitely much more to that, and I think I see it now because ever since that day, and by the way, if you want, I could read you some of this asshole shit that the comic had the nerve to text me afterwards that no one else in the mic really addresses. But even now, like, I deal with the rumors of Josh. That's my common thing. Josh throws his calendar around now, or, Josh thinks he is a tough shit. I got text messages. I got voicemails out. If I could for this podcast, I'll play it from other comedians telling me how I'm like tap dancing and all this shit. But I just feel like that opportunity, that blow up was needed for me the more I look at it, because now it just revealed to me, like, one, I'm in the right direction. Two, who can I trust and who can I not trust? And three, just like I'm doing something right, And
you took it to heart more than. This is just the thing. You're gonna make fun of it for a couple of weeks, and then it's gonna disappear. Stop showing you their phone, their balances. Stop asking you what clubs you're gonna work. You're 20, and I know that in the room, your age was said to not be a factor. I don't care what anybody says. 20-year-olds say dumb fucking things and get excited about shit they shouldn't get excited about all the fucking time. Maybe they forgot what being 20 was like. I'm still 20 in my head, so I haven't forgotten. I say dumb shit all the time. It was an incident, and if we weren't such a small community, it would have floated away faster. But we're a small group, so it comes up a couple times. As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing was over when you clicked leave meeting. on the Zoom window. That's when everything should have ended. Now, the fallout from that has been that you kind of went radio silent. Uh, all things comedy for a little bit there, for a few weeks, kind of stayed away. Um, the other co-host of this show, Rashid Wesley Jr., and you have had some issues since either since that time or maybe even a little bit before that. Um, and I'm very upset with you that you let me have this haircut and didn't say anything about it. I'm starting to wonder whether or not you got the right stuff for this podcast. Because if anyone else would have fucking cut their own hair so stupidly, I would have murdered them. Uh, so for the listeners and the whole 15 subscribers that I have out there, the way the show's gonna work now is everybody needs a gimmick, and here's mine. I'm gonna rotate co-hosts. They can't stand each other right now. So Josh will be co-hosting with me, maybe during an interview or something with random comic, and then later Rashid will join me as we interview a different random comic. I thought it would be much funnier if I made them, if I like had the guests come in and do a show with you, and then right after do a show with Rashid. They can talk about the same shit. Exactly.
One show, he's gonna be like, it felt like the other guy interviewed me, and then the other show felt like I was interviewing the other guy.
Oh man, yeah. So I got to figure out how to maintain this delicate ecosystem that I'm living in now. It'd be so funny if I interviewed someone that you wanted to interview, Rashid, and you got mad, and I interviewed somebody that Rashid liked, like a Magic the Gathering player. Sheed's a nerd. It's your buddy. He's going to be on the next episode. So I think I am going to try and do it like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. See how good I can do with that. And now that I'm told that there's no Nicki Minaj money, I'm gonna have to find an advertisement.
There's no Nicki Minaj money, but there's definitely stimulus money. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Did you get any stimulus money?
Nah, man, but I did
you
file
have
the
to pay
PEA.
taxes for that.
I pay taxes, sir. I don't know if you're accusing me of that because I'm young or black, or both,
That's the great thing about you, Josh. When I insult you, what am I attacking? Exactly. I don't know how I've made it through the cancel culture so far, because from the outside looking in, I would appear quite racist, especially if you don't give them context.
If your magazine was big enough, you wouldn't have.
I know. Honestly, I'm so glad all the time. I watch TV all the time, and like some assholes getting fired from some business that he started, and I'm like, I'm glad nobody knows why. Like, foster care is the greatest camouflage that there is. Nobody cares about a foster care magazine, not even people in foster care. Anyway.
Treat them like your foster care kids, right?
Really. Speaking of foster care, due to my position, I have had the chance to go to Washington, D.C. bunches and bunches of times. And one of those times, I met Jesse Jackson, the guy from The Wire, and Representative John Lewis, who just passed away. And I know that you're big on the civil rights stuff.
How dare you not say I know you're black?
No, but it would have been funnier if I did. No, I know that you care about civil rights, and he was a big figure in that fight. So I thought, if you wanted to, so I found him to be delightful. He's an older guy, and most older guys, you don't know if they're there with you. But he seemed pretty on top of it. Like, I mean, he wasn't like I talked to him. He didn't seem senile or
Like
anything like
senile,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and Jesse Jackson, very nice guy, hell of a dresser. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And the guy from The Wire, he's the one that looks like Cedric the Entertainer, kind of the heavy set one.
I know
Yeah,
you're talking about, yeah.
yeah, the part, yeah, yeah. So they were all very nice to me. Do you have any thoughts on Representative Lewis?
I never got a chance to personally like meet him in my life, but I definitely have a chance to just live in the world that he had a chance to fight with. You know, not every day you meet a man that was able to march with King and see Obama and interact with like those two great men. So just looking at his life work from afar and his great quotes such as if you're gonna get in trouble, make sure it's like good trouble and stuff. I just think he was like a voice that my generation definitely needed because you look at like the rioting and looting and stuff. I think he had the perspective to offer on the right way to get things done. And I mean, fortunately enough, he didn't have that retired ass haircut like you, Chris. So I think that.
Thank you. I look like a 1930s gangster who didn't get made yet. It's terrible. And also, I wanted to give Josh so many things to make fun of for his first show back. I wore my tight ass Rough Riders artistic installation shirt. So you could just hear Eve saying, "I like
I thought that was like the generic shirt they give you on NBA Street. Like you just be there,
that."
yo, 101.
I look like a character. Dumb haircut. If it was green, it'd be better. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Oh
It's
man,
not gonna look like that for long. My hair grows
bro,
fast, but it looks
you're
the
not.
first cut. It always looks awful. Just, and I shaved my beard so I got fat kid face. Like
Yeah,
my
bro, you should have
chin
kept
wants to
something.
come through. It
Yeah,
wants
because
to
now you like the hummus bottle off a sausage party, bro. You should have kept
get
something. Like,
I fucking love that movie. I haven't watched it in a while, but I fucking love that movie. Oh my god! How cool is Seth Rogen? Him and his buddy write that when they're like 12. It'd be funny if we had a show called Sausage Party with like real sausages. And then fucking 20 years later, they're fucking bacon. That's fucking crazy. Oh,
well, after you see Adam Sandler publish so many movies, you can't lose hope, right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my wife loves Adam Sandler. We went and saw him at
Mhm.
Hershey. And my wife's a very cheap person. Just just won't let me spend money to save my life. I wanted to get seats on the floor close to it
Mhm.
because that's makes for a better memory. She said just get the cheapest seats they have. Josh, when I tell you that my vertigo was so on fire, it was the steps that we were up on the fucking nosebleeds. The steps were like this straight down. I held on to the rail when people wanted to get into this to the row. I grabbed
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna die. It felt like if you slipped, you would fall and like I don't like heights. And
Yeah.
so goddamn high. It was a good show though. Rob Schneider was the opener, and he tried to
Uh,
do a Trump joke, like a Trump positive joke, and it got timid response. So you could see him on stage going, "Oh, I thought I could make these jokes here. I guess I can't." And then he went on to something completely different. So that was fun. And Adam Sandler was like I don't think maybe Kevin Hart's the closest thing that we have to. It's like a rock star. Like it didn't have
yeah.
comedy energy. It had like rock show energy. It's crazy. Good show though for a goofy guy. Very
Yeah.
funny. I didn't know I
One.
liked the stand up, but I do.
Yeah, he's one of the greats for sure, especially in the improv game. I don't think he gets much respect in stand up because of how musically like in tune he is, but
Yeah, when you
uh,
add a guitar, it does something.
yeah, it does. It gets you
Yeah,
bitches.
I mean, yeah, it's almost always funny, but it feels like it's harder for those people to be taken seriously. Like Dimitri Martin used to play piano, I think.
Yeah, and Bo Burnham too plays piano.
Yeah,
And
Zach Galifianakis is the funniest guy to play piano.
I
He's really fun.
I don't know, he sweats too much for me, so I never really gave him a chance.
He's a hairy guy, and he's Greek. They're known for the sweating.
I don't know, man. That man, every scene I see him do, just like it's like the sweating and getting red intensely. Like I feel like that's his forte.
There was a show, or not a show, a documentary. I want to say it was called Comedians of Comedy. It was Patton Oswalt, Brian Posehn, a couple like that, alt scene, Maria Bamford. You should definitely watch it.
Is it misery love comedy?
No, no, but that's the one about depression.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a different one. You should. I'll send you a link. But you'd really like it. It's really good. They
Is it
basically
I Am Comic?
no. But did you know I know the guy who made I Am Comic?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his name's Jordan Brady, and I send him jokes like every now and again, and yeah. And then after that he made I Am Road Comic, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was about I am like military comic, like going to USO shows, like going to Afghanistan and do comedy. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's funny too.
Damn,
I love the documentary. Most of them are on YouTube. Uh, they like kind of give their work away.
Oh, that's the new trend. You saw Hannibal Buress gave his latest special out on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, before the pandemic, we went and saw Joe List at the Comedy Cellar film special. Have you seen that? Has it come out? I don't think it's come out yet.
No, I think they're withholding that. They're withholding that for sure.
It seems weird. Like I feel like, oh, what if it was for Comedy Central? Comedy Central was all wacky right now.
Then it was for Comedy Central. They might as well put it out because I don't know what was that last girl special they put out, but I feel like you can't give specials to those type of people and not Mark Norman. You know?
Was it the Esther girl?
Yeah.
Did you think it was funny? Oh, that was all right.
No, Mark Norman, Sam Morril. Come on, you got.
Well, they both did. Both those guys put out their own specials on YouTube.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Comedy Central, like you gotta be smarter, bro. Why are you buying specials like that girl Esther? All right, I get it. Like cancel culture. More people probably will support her, but like you're devaluing our craft when you're putting like people like Mark Norman and Sam Morril on the bench. It's like it doesn't make sense.
I think we can both agree she's definitely hotter than her name. No. What was the name of the special, Josh? Josh says, no, you are not better looking than Esther. You are exactly Esther.
I keep shooting myself in the foot. I should keep my opinions to myself.
Here's what has to happen. We're gonna have a quick intervention here. Joshua, you're young, you're black. Can't be young, black, and angry. That doesn't work. You can't be young, black, and angry, especially right now. We've got white people by the nuts. We're so guilty right now. We're guilt stricken. Well, we're
not in Pennsylvania.
No, not in my town apparently. If you read the news, my town was the town where the ladies started screaming at kids that were doing a Black Lives Matter rally. It was not a good look. They were literally kids, like kids of people I went to school with, and this old lady's just screaming at them. The world's a nutty place, Joshua, and that definitely factored in to you needing to go on your vision quest. What animal? When you hallucinated, what animal did you see? Did you know that Vision Quest was a wrestling movie too?
Yes, I know. Loud and Swain, like.
Isn't it great? That kid didn't look anything like a native at all, and he's like, no, in my tribe, we go on a vision quest. I'm like, dude, you're Italian. What are you talking about my tribe?
But he says it in the movie. He even goes like, I'm not even this shit in a gimmick, man. If he showed him fucking
crazy. Oh my god!
Call it with the feathers.
Anybody on your wrestling team have a gimmick like that Indian fella who was clearly not native?
I mean, I wouldn't even say city wrestling is definitely different from country wrestling. All the country wrestlers got the gimmick of chewing tobacco. City wrestlers actually got the gimmick of winning and
The kid hasn't wrestled a match in like 4 years. He's still talking shit. I love it. I love your
No,
competitive spirit.
nah,
Was that the
please,
last
I'm
time you
joking.
wrestled, or do you wrestle like practices with like the high school kids?
Yeah, I wrestle like practices with the high school kids and stuff. Like just
Are you
helping
a
out.
coach or anything?
Yeah, so like 2 years ago or some shit like that, it was like the last time I officially was like registered for like a coaching activity. Um, but yeah, I just like help out. Like our club team always stay like really good. Like we just had kids get recruited by Navy and Pitt, so I'm always with good high school kids.
Yeah, well, that's a nice thing to fall back on. This whole if you talk your way out of comedy. Uh, yeah, it's- you remind me of you saw the movie Comedian with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, and what's the Orny?
Ordy, you remind me of Ordy. Just telling the agent he's an asshole. That agent's an asshole. That's the biggest agent in New York. I don't care. He's an asshole.
No, me and Ordy is different, right? Because even when I said I like that Esther special, I told you why though, and I told you what better comedians to pick up. I'm not look.
Yeah, sure.
People think I'm talking about yeah.
People don't take things out of context ever. Go ahead. Like the soundbite from this whole thing is, no, Esther is not better looking than her name. That's what people will take away from this.
Yeah, they're going to Shane Gillis me. Both from Philly, so why not?
No, I think you got to get one step above where you are for Shane Gillis you. But that's why I'm doing these podcasts with promising young comedians, that I have what we in the business call blackmail money.
Nah, I gotta get a few steps higher than Shane Gillis to even get canceled. Shane Gillis.
I think you can get there, and I think she can get there. I'm quite old, so I don't believe. I believe I'll be watching. I think maybe one of you might make me carry a bag to a show, but I don't think it's. I think maybe one day when you get too busy with stardom like Kevin Hart, I'll write some jokes for you. Maybe you'll buy them.
I'm not listening to anything you say until you get rid of that haircut. I promise you that.
I can't help it. Listen, when this grows in, it grows in nice, but man, this is the ugliest haircut in the world when you first do it. It's bad. But I have the self-confidence and the Nicolas Cage face. I feel like I can pull it off. Man, but this is going to be a problem. This extra shit that's trying to grow in.
It's not looking good, man. You got the Mayor Quahog haircut going on, like just. I'm sorry, bro.
It is bad, man. No, it's okay. I know what I look like. I'm like you and she. I know when I open myself up to jokes and ridicule. You guys seem surprised.
I know too. The other cars, I don't know. I ain't gonna speak on that, but
let me ask you something. Would you fly from Ohio to Wyoming if I was having a nervous breakdown?
You saying, well, I pulled Dave Chappelle for Kanye West?
Yes. Are you my Dave Chappelle to my Kanye West? I am crazy like Kanye. I am so excited for a Trump Biden Kanye debate because that's my brain, Josh. That's what it's like in my head. It's fucking crazy. And there's a black guy in there.
Oh my God.
2 70-year-olds and Kanye West. Holy shit, if that's not going to be the greatest debate in the history of the world.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. You got 1 70-year-old and 2 black dudes. Say what you want about Trump, but we're not saying enough. Like that man is, Trump ain't even a black guy, bro. That is a damn nigga,
not.
bro.
He's No, he's not. No, he's more like an overseer. He would have owned slaves. He would have definitely owned slaves.
Hold on, tell me real quick. What's wrong? Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'll turn my
drive by. Because I know you live in Philly. Wait, is that not how it works? Are there not constant drive-bys? Oh man, boys right.
I wish I could give you an answer, but we can't tell between the shootings and the fireworks. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. How was your 4th of July?
I ain't celebrated, bro. Come on,
Didn't
man.
do anything. Didn't even get like a
No,
sparkler.
can't celebrate this country after what they've been doing to us.
Oh wow, that was militant. I liked it. Liked it. I I I want to join your fight, but if you'll recall, I took a DNA test. 88% from England. Get whiter? No, it does. 5% Norway. Doesn't get whiter? No, it does. 5% Sweden. Okay, so I am the complete opposite of the singer Seal in the
Yeah.
race spectrum. I'm like on the other end. It's him, Wesley Snipes, and then on the complete opposite side, super
Yeah,
white, super white shimmer.
I don't know, man. I get tired of this country just making decisions on like politics or race. It should just be a right or wrong thing, you know? Like, how you expect me to celebrate the 4th of July when y'all out here fucking having people enslaved during Independence Day? The fuck? It's so counterproductive.
Well, I like any reason to barbecue. So, oh man, and your dad is from Africa, so I guess was it not a big deal in your house?
Nah, I mean, not really. It wasn't like we intentionally said, "Hey, we're not celebrating the 4th of July," but it was just like, come on, guys. Like, I don't know. We never really threw down for the 4th of July period, you know?
Really? No barbecues, no picnics, no pool parties? Do you have a
Even
pool?
like, oh, no,
No? Okay. That would have been
no.
funny. I don't know why it would have been funny. I don't know. I don't
No.
know if I ever met a black person who had a pool.
Nah, but I do swim competitively, so
No, I know. I know. That's why I asked if you had a pool, because I know you said I have a swimming background. But I don't think I've ever met a black person who had a pool.
wow.
That's weird.
No,
I never just. I was just. That's weird.
yeah,
Maybe they don't discuss it like I do. Like I'm like so excited I have a pool. I talk about it all the time. You should see the water is crystal blue.
I'm stuck, Chris. I don't know what you want me to say, man, because I don't know every black person to say, oh, well,
You
bro,
know,
we
wait,
have
you don't
more.
know every black person?
Bro, I know everyone. All right.
Listen, I got it. Listen, my view of the world is changing. You are educating me. Are you telling me that all black people don't know steps yet? Oh man! Listen,
Jose, we're going
Josh.
to need you to.
Yeah, I'll say. I'm gonna need you to make my eyes look normal at some point. I'm on, Josh. I'm on so many pills. They made me an honorary West Virginian. The opiate crisis is real, and it's here.
Oh man, bro.
How
Sometimes,
is it? How is it that I can't listen to my drug dealer, but I can listen to the guy who prescribes me pills? That doesn't seem right. They're both doing the same thing. Doesn't seem
yeah, but one went to school to teach him how to lie to you. The other is doing it on the fly.
right. Teach you how to lie to you. You're so funny. Everything's a conspiracy with you people. What do you mean, you people? I just did a whole skit in my head and I said it out loud. So listen, it's
What?
called bipolar one, Josh. Okay, it's the top one, and I have it. So you just got to see an
You know
episode.
what? I'm in too deep, man. I'm gonna get canceled with you. People gonna say, "Hey,
You know
you were
what?
saying some shit."
I think I would like that. I'd be in fine company. You're a delight to be around. I mean, I'd be all right with being canceled. We wouldn't be able to go anywhere because you're canceled. Let
Nah,
me ask you
man.
something. If
Yeah.
you had $3 million,
Hmm.
now you can live anywhere you want to live in the galaxy, pretty much the galaxy. Actually, no, I guess the places in California houses are about 3 million or better. Let's just say 3 million. Where are you building your house, Josh?
To be honest, you're gonna hate me, but I'm thinking about maybe somewhere like New Zealand, something like Norway.
Zealand. Oh, Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings fan, I see.
Nah,
Ah,
nah. It's just,
Frodo, as it were.
bro, I love America. Yo, bro, I love America. Like nobody understands how much I love America and United States. Like I really do. But I know my time is going to come in this country. Like either a police officer,
There are
healthcare. I
no
don't know.
black people in New Zealand, I don't think. Or
No,
wait,
yes, there is.
is that the place where they have the Santa Claus thing where they all dress in blackface?
No,
'Cause I
they
don't think
said
you'd like that. I don't think you'd like that.
no. I don't like that. But look, you know what I like? They have enough black immigrants and shit. I could be whatever the fuck I want. You know,
Are you gonna live in the mountains or on the ocean?
probably. I love the water, so I'm thinking somewhere around the river. Cause all I want to do, honestly, I want to live somewhere where I could just say, "Yo, I'm fucking this. All right, I like to do this shit. I don't have to be a certain way."
Are you walking around naked on your $3 million estate?
Nah, I ain't got a big enough penis for that. So.
Stereotypes disagree. But I always thought it was strange that rich people don't walk around naked.
They
I
got
think
little
walking around naked is the biggest go fuck yourself that there is.
What? No, it's not.
You know how much confidence it takes? Like, say a person of my robust belly. Those fuckers walk out there like they're goddamn Fonzie. They don't know that they have a big gut or they don't care. Nude beaches are a funny place to be, but rich people spend a lot of money on clothing, so they're not walking around naked. Is how I determined it.
Go walk around naked in your neighborhood and see if they say that man's confident or they call the cops. I'm just curious. That's your theory, y'all.
There's a movie. There's a movie from the '90s with Patrick Swayze, and he's like a vagabond, he's like a hobo. So so I guess something happens and he ends up staying with this family. And the one morning he's outside doing like Tai Chi, and when he's naked, and his little butt's hanging out. And I thought, I would if I looked like Patrick Swayze, I think I'd be naked all the time. I'd do Tai Chi in the park. I'd swim in my pool naked if it wasn't so the water was so cold, because it's not very flattering when the water is that cold. But I think
Oh, don't you have
swim
kids?
naked. Huh?
Don't you have kids? Why would you swim
Yeah, but
naked?
they're
One
all
peek from the
asleep.
window, that's it.
They're all asleep. I can go out and swim naked. No, I don't think I can swim naked. I'm talking shit, but no, there's no way I'd be naked. I don't even like going out to my pool with my shirt off. And it's my pool. Nobody sees me.
The real
I'm out there
question
covering
is,
my tatas.
the real question is, do you have enough stamina to walk from the door to the pool?
I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. They told me now, as some of the people know, I have what's called athlete's heart, and also it's called fibromyalgia. From what I understand, is the diagnosis they give the crazy people. They can't find the source of their pain. So anyway, the heart thing makes it I'm not allowed to get my heart rate up. So explain to me how I'm supposed to work out without getting my heart rate up. Have you ever played basketball top? It's weird.
Yeah, trying
I
to tell you,
walked
you got that.
gingerly to the basket. I asked the gentleman not to guard me.
You gotta
No,
do
I'm
some
doing
good
girly
gaming, man.
push-ups and I'm doing some sit-ups. Uh, I walk up and down the stairs like 5 times a day now. I'm trying. And the other, and that thing, and that thing that I hosted, I was telling you, I didn't sit to introduce people. When you see me at the Chef Boyardee, I am not above sitting down to introduce someone.
Yeah.
But I stood and I told my little jokes and I introduced people, and it was really good. I thought it was really good. And then I did another show. I did a show in Port Carbon with Sarah Cartwright.
Yeah.
I think it was called PEPS. P-E-P.
Yeah, Pep's Pub.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an outdoor show, but I guess it rained, so they moved it inside. And so it was a little cramped. The fellow that went before me did one-liners, and he did really well. But he does the open mic down at the church satire. These days, nice kid. Looks like Shane Gillis, kind of. Got a big old smile.
I don't know.
And then I went, and I did all right. Do you know my LGBTQ joke didn't hit like it normally does?
Really?
I had super duper cotton mouth at the end, and that was my
Yeah.
closer. So I think I was rushing it, and I think I was just trying to get off stage fast. Uh, the guy that went up behind me is like a kind of big, I mean, for the area, like a big time comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I saw on his Facebook that he's worked like true satire.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that great. He didn't remember his jokes, and he seemed lost a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. So it was the first time I saw somebody that looked like they took 2 months off from the pandemic. Most everybody else I've seen so far is like pretty sharp. And then what I want to talk about, I don't know if you've seen this guy, the guy that closed the show out was named Thomas the Red, and he was
Mm-hmm.
dressed as a Viking.
Yeah.
No joke. He had fur on. He had like the thing. He had the Far Cry shit on his face and hair pulled back in a ponytail, and he sang. It was pretty. It was pretty incredible. Like it was the wrong venue for it, like at a
Mm-hmm.
Renaissance fair or like Montreal just for laughs. I thought it would have got
Yeah.
it would have went over really well. But at the end, his closer, he sings Celine Dion, "My Heart Will Go On." Unironically, there's no joking. He's singing and he's got the swords. It's really like Andy Kaufman style funny, but I don't know if the room really got it. He was very loud and he had a headset and he's playing
Yeah.
with the swords and he's throwing swords and shields and shit. It was, I'll tell you something. I mean, like I said, I don't know if it was the right venue for it, but
Mm-hmm.
goddamn if he didn't make a fan out of me. I went home, I liked the Facebook page, I was hoping for videos. It was the strangest thing I've seen. But I think comedy needs more like stuff like that. Like you were there the night that the guy did puppets. Remember that? Were you there for that comic when he was doing when the guy did a puppet show?
I believe so. Yes.
Were you there when the two ladies went up together and did
No.
jokes? It was really weird. It was two ladies. They were older, like older than me, and they were telling jokes, and it was kind of like it felt like at a wedding, like
Mm-hmm.
two people get on stage and talk on the mic and like give a toast. It was really strange. Can't believe you weren't there for
Well, I was probably on one of my breaks. You know what I'm saying?
that.
You know, I
Yeah,
take at least 6 a year. So
yeah, because you're very stressed out, being good looking and 21. It's gotta really wear on you. Nice house, nice
hey, don't
car,
forget about all the clubs I'm performing at. You
all
got.
the clubs, the $800 in your bank account, good looking girlfriend. Yeah, you got a lot to be stressed about. Actually, being black is the only concern you have.
That's a big one, man. That's a big one. You know, as long as I can make it to and from the venues, I'll be all right. But
Granted, yeah, that is a big one. It would be nice to go to a comedy show and not get pulled over. I imagine.
right, by the people there though, that's the worst part about it.
Now, Josh told me about this earlier that he gets pulled over when he goes to comedy shows. Little inside baseball. Josh's car is garbage.
What?
Josh's doors, windows won't roll down. He has to open the door to talk to you. He brought
Come
it
on,
to my
man.
house. I laughed so hard.
Oh no, I know where you're confused at.
Oh
Oh,
wait,
because I was
is this a different car? Do you have a different car than the one I saw?
nah, that was my girlfriend's car.
Oh, Heidi.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
what a terrible car you have.
yeah, I know. Yeah, she don't got it no more. She got a 2015 Camry now.
Graduation present?
Nah, it was just like she crashed the other one. So
So necessity.
yeah,
Okay.
because for a second I was like, Chris, I don't need to roll down my window to talk to you. I got a convertible.
Oh, is your Eclipse a convertible? Man,
Yeah,
I had a convertible for a long time. I loved it.
best
If you
shit
couldn't
ever.
really smoke, you couldn't really smoke in it because of the wind whipping around. I got an ash in the eye. I thought I was gonna die.
That never happened to me, but you know, because I don't do those things, but you know.
Well, the things you smoke are much smaller, so you can cup them in your hand. No? Okay. Is that not how you
What
smoke?
the?
Is that not how you smoke crack? No. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. Josh doesn't smoke crack and he doesn't know all black people. This is a
Look,
real white awakening.
look, man. Let's just say all the things that's going to get us canceled. Because this is the episode that's
I
headed.
don't think I'm going anywhere. So if I get canceled, it's not like this is getting canceled is like remember when the pandemic started and I bought a ticket to California for like $40. I bought an
Yeah.
airplane. Yeah, this is like that. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. It's just $40. Who cares?
Yeah, man. That's what you say, man. But I'm worried about me, man. What if I make it 10 years from now? They're like, look at Josh over here. Letting this man get away with
Have you
shit.
been to California?
Nah, I don't want to go.
Oh, Joshua, let me tell you something. If you ever get the opportunity, go. And here's why. Pacific Coast Highway. It's amazing. Okay. It's a road, right? 2 lanes, whatever. It's shit right next to the ocean. Like the whole drive, you see ocean the whole time. And then on the other side, like beautiful trees sometimes, and sometimes like nice meadows. I took it from Los Angeles all the way to Seattle, Washington, because it continues in Oregon and Washington. And let me tell you something. If I had $3 million, I'd move to Oregon. Oregon is Pennsylvania with an ocean. It's amazing.
Right.
The trees are so big.
What's the big? Don't Oregon, it rains a lot though, right? Or just
You know what? They say that, but I looked it up and it rains just as much as in Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah, but they have like some days like where it's just misty out. Like the rain, it's not so much rain, but there's rain in the air. Rain, I guess maybe evaporates before it gets to the ground. But it's amazing, man. And the trees in Northern California and Southern Oregon, fucking weird, dude. They had one that they carved, they cut out the bottom of it, enough for you to drive through it. That's how big the trees are.
Oh, where's your wife at?
What?
Where's your wife at?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sleeping.
What you was doing in Oregon, bro? Why did you go to Oregon?
I was like, where's he going with this? Oh no, I had when I first early in the magazine's life, I would go everywhere. Like I'd drive across the country, stop at a bunch of places that are foster care related.
Yeah.
And then I got all this version of me. I don't go anywhere. I'm gonna drive that highway. Drive that highway one more time before.
I can imagine early on, all the foster care interviews was like the foster kids were saying, yeah, like meet me at this bus stop. We could do an interview here. He's just like, oh, this is a nice choice. He's like, this is my home, bro.
Fun with homelessness, you son of a bitch. Listen here.
You know you miss it low key. You know, sometimes it's like a weird addiction for you, like just to be homeless again. Like,
you know what? There was a freedom to it. No joke. Like there was a freedom to it. I mean, no, it sucks like when you're hungry, but the rest of the time it was kind of fun.
No lie, I want a homeless man peace of mind. No lie. I was driving downtown Lancaster. They're peaceful, aren't they?
Yeah. You know who you want to model yourself after is the white kid with dreadlocks and two dogs that have bandanas around their necks. That kid has it all figured out.
Yeah. The
kid is living the dream. I get jealous when I see that kid. I'm not gonna lie. When I see that kid, I'm like, first of all, he doesn't care what people think because he has dreadlocks. He's a white kid, and so you're definitely gonna catch shit for that. He doesn't care. And he's got his two buddies, so he has somebody to talk to all the time. And he can just go wherever the fuck he wants.
And he got the best tent, man. Getting some homeless pussy, what?
Who the fuck would want to be homeless in Lancaster, though?
I don't know. Enough people, though. Enough people. Enough to really ruin my walk. You know what I'm saying?
I hope. I hope it's, what if it's seasonal? And they're just here for the summer, and then they go to like the West Coast.
Nah, nah, this shit's definitely here to stay. It's hard to move white people, whether they're homeless or not. They're not going nowhere.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another weird thing about white people. They love living close to where they grew up. It's a weird thing. Like I grew up in the coal region, and there is legit nothing in the coal region. There's no real work. The people that are all people you grew up with, so there's nothing exotic about it or anything. Anyway, I will venture a guess that the class I was supposed to graduate with, they got expelled. But the class I will bet you at least 70% of those people still live there. Here's the funny thing: one of the kids that lived there is now the GM of the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're lying.
He brought the Lombardi Trophy to Mount Carmel. It was there over the weekend.
You're lying.
No, I swear to God, his name's Brett Veach. We weren't very close. I knew him and he knew me, but like we weren't buddies or anything. But he was a running back in high school. Fastest little fucker you ever saw. Just a little guy, he's probably comes to my shoulder probably. He's zipping around all over, and then he went to Philadelphia and became like a scout for Andy Reid. And then when Andy Reid went to Kansas City, he went with, and by process of somebody getting fired, got promoted to GM. They just signed Patrick Mahomes to like a $1 billion deal.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't know him real well. He was kind of a quiet kid. He didn't like match my personality, and he was rich too. So he was like, I was like trash, but I mean, I still have rich kids. I remember the first time I saw a pantry. People have a whole room for food.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I never saw. We had one cupboard that had food in it.
Yeah, well, bro, I mean, you couldn't tell by me driving a convertible, life is good now.
You have a pantry?
Bro, now I ain't gonna have a pantry, bro. I have like spare shit for the pantry.
That's incredible. You're living the dream. Bro, don't ever move out of that house.
Do you not see this bike behind me?
Bitch, I'm rolling. Rich.
Nah,
do you not see this miniaturized bike?
Right.
Just for fun. I don't even ride it.
This is King Louis's bike right here, okay? Like, do you understand how well I am?
Eli Whitney used this wheel to begin the cotton gin.
Bro, I don't even have just a regular air conditioner. I have a humidifier. A 2-in-1.
What does that mean? Does that mean the air never gets dry? What is that? Did you build a shelf just for that?
No, no. This shelf just came with the bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty creative way to get it close to the window.
Yeah, man, ghetto fabulous.
My little shit. I don't know if you know this, but I have
2 TVs. Is that a heater? Is that a heater?
I'm not sweating my balls off right now.
What is that?
It was an air conditioner. It's an in the room air conditioner.
Nah,
you're rich. You've seen those.
Oh, I just thought I was rich now. Whoa.
The window in the office is very old and made by not a particularly good carpenter, so it can't hold the weight of an air conditioner. So I had to get this thing. It's pretty good. It's only good like here. The rest of the room. If I were to move 5 feet back, I'd be sweating to death. It only really works right here. It's basically a desk fan that I paid for.
Bro, but turn the air conditioner on. You need more heat, okay? That's how we kill the corona. All right.
Oh no, I want to die, Josh. I'm done.
No, you don't.
I've done everything I want to do twice. Do you know that I've been to the Goonies house?
No, yeah. I never knew that. You don't talk to me.
That's not true. I don't talk about I don't really talk about. I'm not very braggadocious. I don't really talk about the
Chris,
things that I do. But I
I think
will.
you made it your mission to not talk to me. I called you 80 times.
Okay, let me. First of all, you're the only person I talk to, basically. My wife doesn't talk to me. Do you know how long our conversations are on the phone? Like an hour. Do you know how long my wife and I's conversations are? 2 minutes tops. I talk to you more than anybody. I talk to you more than my kids.
That's a whole lie, all right? That's a lie.
But you don't know how they avoid me. I don't like talking on the phone. I like this. Like I could do this. Like that. What is it called? FaceTime. They
Hmm.
call me on Facebook. I like that. I like that. I don't think I like talking on the phone anymore. I don't know when that started. I'm more of like a Marty McFly in the third Back to the Future. They have the wall where you can talk to your friends. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I like that.
Did Did you sneak into the movies to watch that one or what?
I never went to the movies as a kid. I saw He-Man. I saw He-Man in the movie theater. It
Yeah.
was awful.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like 10 years old, and I'm like, I told my stepdad, I'm like, this movie's garbage. I know one thing in the world, and that's movies. And that movie was shit. Ugh, terrible.
Was it like a live action or cartoon one?
Yeah, it was live action. I think it might have been Dolph Lundgren. That might have been the lead. Yeah, it was so bad.
Could you
Like the
Google that screen
characters.
share?
I'm sorry, what?
I was gonna say, can you Google it, screen share it real quick?
Yeah, sure. I forgot I could do that. Good reminder.
Hey
Uh,
man, that's what a good podcast co-host do.
that
Understand
is,
who's the good one.
it's gonna be a competition between you and Sheep. That's really fucking funny.
Where's gonna be like, oh, funny one, bro. Like, Jose, edit that one out. I ain't trying to start nothing.
That's so funny. All right, where's the shit? That's what he looked like. It was so bad, dude. It was so bad. Look,
Oh, this shit do
actually,
look
that
bad.
that weird little gnome guy, he was pretty good. That was pretty good,
This,
but it was so bad.
this shit looks
They can't,
terrible. It
they
looks
can't, they
scary.
can't make it the right way. They never have been able to. That's probably what this is about. Yeah, they've trying to make it since He-Man was like started. You know what's funny about He-Man?
Hmm.
He-Man, if I'm not mistaken, He-Man is like they had the cartoon where they had the action figures.
Yeah,
I think that's the way it went. I had all these. You're way too young to remember these, but these were
yeah.
such
He-Man,
big.
Skeletor.
Yeah, and I had the Castle Grayskull.
Yeah,
Those are
I
done.
didn't have cable, so I used to watch this shit.
Is that right? Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
is a really bad movie. Skeletor was shit. And like the cat, look how weird the characters look.
yeah. They're ugly, bro.
It was a
That
weird fucking movie, dude. And
that's how the haircut got you looking right now.
they're
Not good.
trying. I think they were trying to make a new one. Oh, they was fan made. They
Yeah,
should
this
have
is
done it.
terrible.
Hey,
Yo, you know what?
did you watch the Cobra
Be
Kai?
water. Oh, um,
Based
yes, I
on
did.
the Karate Kid movie?
Yeah, I only seen season one, and I seen season one for sure. I seen a little bit of season two.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess they sold it to Netflix.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. One of my favorite comedians actually is on that show, Brett Ernst.
I think I know who that is. What did he play? Oh, was he the heavyset guy that gives himself a nickname?
Nah, he works in the car sales department.
Oh,
Danny's cousin. Yeah,
oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna write that down. Brett Ernst. I think I know who that is.
yeah, man. I love that guy because I don't know. I feel so similar to him with the principal office and just always getting suspended and shit.
big star one day. And when that happens, I want it on record. You're going to buy me a new vehicle.
Yes, I'll buy you.
It's on record, folks. He's gonna buy me. Oh, can we make it like Karate Kid 2, the El Camino? I have an El Camino.
Bro, you tell me whatever vehicle you want, and I'm gonna agree to it. Cause I know you're not gonna live long enough to get it. So.
Right as I smoke a cigarette, it's so funny. Why would you say that, Josh? Oh man.
Oh man, there you go drinking that soda.
I wanted this to be an interview. I was going to ask you all about your upbringing and what it was like to grow up in the Sahara.
What the Sahara? Okay.
Is that in Africa?
Yeah, the later we get a podcast, I guess we just go more cancel culture shit. All right. You heard that first, right?
Again, what are they going to take from me? One of my 2 TVs? I'll be all right. Josh, I've been through worse than being canceled. People should say what they think. Did you see that they had a Nazi parade in Williamsport?
Yeah, I saw that. I was jealous. I didn't get a chance to go.
There were 8 Nazis. It was the saddest looking. It's not. You can't even call that a claim. It was. You need more people for a claim.
Bro, that shit is so bad. No, I wish I could have gone there though. Like seriously,
They were all black. It was 100 degrees, Josh. These are not smart people. They were all black.
But that's why I want to go so I could fuck with them, man. You understand?
Yeah, there was only one girl I saw out of all of them.
Yeah, and they all fucking her right now, and that was her cousin.
Yeah, it was a pathetic. I think that they had like a counter rally the next day, and I think only 8 people came to that. So,
but you know, incest sex can't be a letdown though. You know what I'm saying? Because chances are, before they fuck like the cousin or the daughter, they fuck the mom, and they just like, I know this pussy's good. I know where it comes from.
You think the people in the porns that I watch, you think they're really related?
And the ones I like, they are.
That's an interesting thing, Josh. So what you're saying is, so you think they do the mom first?
Yeah, they do the mom first. You always gotta do the mom first. Most vulnerable. Yeah, what?
How is the mom the most? See, this is why I love talking to Josh. We're having a normal conversation. He gets it in his head about incest, and that's what we're talking about now. I don't know. I just feel like they could be more like a "don't tell mom" thing. Like in the one movie I watched. Like my favorite porn series. The 2 kids are trying not to get caught. It's sexy.
Nah, I feel like it's more of a rite of passage thing. It's like, well, Jim Bob, you're 16 now, so I want you to go in the room with your mother and, you know, get introduced.
Wait, you're saying in this family the dad's even involved?
Yeah, the dad.
So we're all out in the open in this family. Which
yeah,
I think I've seen this porn too. I think it's called Taboo. So
it's called Mississippi. It's called Mississippi Sunday.
Sunday is spelled with an E at the end. So in this week's version of What the Fuck Theater, so it's like a bar mitzvah, but you bone your mom, and then you're a man.
Yeah, pretty much. But the only flip side is that you gotta hear your dad bone your sister. But if you get over that, yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about the sister boning the dad. Oh my word, what a terrible! Somebody should call children and youth. This is not a good home life.
Hey man, that's what we saying. But you know, you tell them one thing, the next thing you know, they're yelling, "Make America great again," and they're just like, "All right, fuck it, fuck whoever you want."
Yeah, in my head, you're talking about the having sex with your kids. So in my head, I'm in Game of Thrones, and I'm at that guy's house where he's got the 90 daughters, and they throw away all the sons. And I'm,
Oh,
oh,
oh my
man,
god.
Caster. That was
Yo,
stupid.
you want to hear some crazy shit?
Wait,
Um,
that wasn't the crazy shit. Okay, sure.
nah, bro. This right here, yo, I'm about to drop it on your ass, bro. All right, so look.
Jose, get on, Jose. You're on code red alert. You are on code red alert. For those of you who don't know, Jose is the fella that edits our podcast, and sometimes he gets mad because I said it's 3 hours worth of show. I'm like, you can take an hour out of this. Get
Yeah, because
it.
Jose is like, I get we work for cheap, but we ain't trying to work that hard. Like,
He was so mad. So he's like, I think you're gonna have to make this a 3-parter. It's just you
yo,
talking
so
shit.
it's all good. He likes it, man. Trust
So
me.
what's the crazy thing that's gonna get you canceled? Go ahead.
I was not gonna get me canceled, but so look, um, in South Philly, right? They've been acting a fucking fool with this whole fucking statues and Trump shit, right? And so like they be talking all this shit, right? And I'm watching a live stream and the dudes is talking this shit at the Black Lives Matter guys, and some of the older fucks is like, yo, go back to Africa. Cause it's like North Philly there and all that shit. They like, go back to your shithole countries, go back to
Africa
Africa.
is beautiful. Go ahead.
So I intervene, I tell the dude, I'm like, look, I'll make a deal with you. I'll go back to Africa if you go back to Italy. And it must have fucked up his head. He didn't know what to do. So instead, this motherfucker goes and look up my address and it starts sending me death
Wow.
threats. Yeah,
I think the Italian guys guarding the Columbus statue in Philly is maybe the funniest thing in the world.
yeah,
Like
so
they
stupid.
woke up and you wanna go down and make sure nobody messes with the statue today? Yeah, that's our day. Let's go. Bring your mask.
Yeah, bro, those Italian people, man. Sometimes I just don't. I get it now, cause one dude, he was just like, man, I hate black people, this and that, and I was like, bro, why? He was like, cause the Africans came over and they raped our women, and I was like, you know what? This is racist, but this is racist with a cause. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you got a reason behind it. It
I'm
ain't right.
pretty I'm pretty sure the people that came on the boat were the ones raping the girls. But have you ever seen an Italian girl? Big asses, big chest. That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah,
it checks out. I mean,
yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
man.
who I'd rape if I were to rape.
All right, Jose, got canceled.
No, Jose would only delete that if I said Hispanic women. Fuck
All right.
you, Chris.
That's how Shane Gillis was like, no, no, don't worry, we're good. We're talking about our experience, neuters and shit. We're good.
Oh, this is a character piece. My real name is not Chris Chimmer. I don't know if you're aware of that. So you can cancel this character, and I still walk around scot free. Is my plan. The other co-host Rashid, we've been making fun of this for a while, but I took him to the bonfire
Mhm.
Christmas special, and it, so many reasons to make fun of this story, but he didn't know what the bonfire was. He kept calling Big J Kevin's friend.
Oh,
And I don't think he'd ever seen Dan Soder. And he's aware of this. I'm not talking out of school. But they asked for volunteers to ask Shane Gillis dressed up as Santa Claus. They called him Shane Claus. And so he got up on stage. He was answering questions, being funny. And Rasheed went up, okay question, turned into a funny thing. And he said, later I saw Shane on the way to the bathroom and he said I was funny. I said, no. He said, it was funny. You son of a bitch. I'm sorry, you brought up Shane Gillis, and that's what pops in my head now every time I hear his name. He said, it was funny. God damn it. He didn't ask for your card so you can see your real. Shut up. Anyway, I like it whether you're both here for me to make fun of.
man,
This
like,
is going
come
to be
on,
an
man.
interesting experiment. this co-host the other day. You know what's so funny? You look like you're in a real world confessional right now. You know, like Puck stuck his fingers in my peanut butter again.
Nah, bro. I'm just enjoying life, man. I don't want you to go comparing us, man. And then next thing you know, I'm on 2 weeks in a row, and then the other guy gets one.
There's only 5 co-hosts. There's Joshua, 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 Joshua.
Hey, man.
Hey, Dylon is fired.
Everybody wants some J Dog,
My son likes comedy. He's 16 now, but he only knows comedy through YouTube clips.
Yeah.
So he'll come in here and he'll go, "Hey, have you ever heard of Mark Norman? He's really funny." Like, yeah, I know who Mark Norman is. He had never seen the Chappelle Show. I was like, "Dude, you got it." I said, "You'll love it." I mean, and then I explained to him the black racist joke, the bit about the old
Clayton Bixby.
Yeah, there you go. That's his name. So I explained that whole thing to him. He's laughing his ass off. Like, dude, you gotta watch Chappelle. I'm so surprised that this generation of kids doesn't know how fucking funny Chappelle is. I wonder who they think the top comedian is. Do you have any
Kevin
cousins
Hart.
that are younger, or the kids that you coach in wrestling? Do they know comedy? Do they know? Do they think it's funny?
They know a little bit of like they know like Bill Burr.
Well, we know they know Chris D'Elia. Oh no! Now Chris D'Elia is never gonna invite me to his house.
Oh my God! Yo, I just hope whoever finds these podcast episodes, please just watch to the end and understand we are good-natured people talking shit.
No, I have a former foster kid who's angry at life. In the words of Eminem, I'd hate the world even if it apologized to me. I don't give a shit. Yeah, no. I think the great thing about being a no name so far is that nobody gives a shit about what I say yet. It's fine. It was, it's weird. I forgot that I had a magazine in the very beginning of the magazine. I literally forgot that I had a magazine. I was talking shit. I was mad one day, and somebody said, "That's not the right way to get customers." And I went, "Oh yeah, no, I own a magazine." That's I can't say shit. So for 10 years now, I don't even remember. I think it was a Facebook person. But for 10 years now, that's what I've done. I just shut the fuck up. I don't give opinions. All this Black Lives Matter stuff is happening, and I'm all quiet about it because Christians buy my magazine too. Republicans buy sneakers. Josh.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the way I was taught as far as business is concerned. Keep your mouth shut about religion and sex and government, and then your life is good. I don't know when that stopped, but I'm gonna keep doing it that way. I don't think anybody gives a shit about my opinion anyway.
Chris, you can't though, because now we live in a day and age where it's not about being not racist; it's about being anti-racist.
Well, I mean, I think having beat up a number of white kids with my black friends, I feel like I'm anti-racist already. So I know my kids are mad at me because I'm not like loud and upset and spewed about it. And I'm like, bro, this is my 5th riot. Like this happens. It goes in cycles. You treat black people bad, and then every fucking 10 years or so, they get pissed off. And you just gotta be like a good dude if you like black people. If you don't like black people, you go out. I never understood this. Know where the black people are. You're super duper racist, and you're not doing anything. Like they're all marching. They're lined up. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that if you're racist. But you never see. They'll go into a movie theater and shoot it up. But when the people that they say they hate are lined up, they don't shoot. I don't understand. I just explain to me, why are millennials too lazy to execute people? Go.
Nah. Look here, man. Racist people, they may be racist, but they ain't stupid. And they understand. Bro, I always wondered that. I was like, if you're so racist, go into the hood, go into
Yeah,
North
they're
Philly,
right
race them.
there.
Yeah. But they know they're gonna come out bucked up.
Yeah,
Jamal and them gonna have heads on spikes and shit. Use
I
their
was
name
gonna
for the
write a
credit.
script. I was gonna write a script of a guy who's able, like a formula, and he can turn his skin black. Like he puts a little, but you can't make this movie because it's probably be blackface. But there's a serum, and he puts it in him, and he looks like a black guy. That black guy goes to Chicago and kills 200 people in a weekend, and then they blame it on black people. They blame it black on black crime because the black guy shoot. But in fact, he's a white guy who's racist. He's
That's a
doing the shooting.
terrible movie.
I know, that's why I didn't write it. But if I did write it, it would be better than that.
I
You
ain't
know what?
concerned.
The only thing that pisses me off about all the stuff that's going on is I think Chicago would stop shooting each other for 20 minutes just so racist white people don't have something to point to every time they're trying to be racist.
Every time we are trying to be
No,
racist.
no, every time they.
Whoa, Chris, your haircut screams a lot of box,
You
bitch,
know,
Milton.
yeah, let me start pushing it to one side. Me and my
Oh my
me and my
god.
other racists. No, I never understood it. It's just, honestly, if I hated something, I'm kind of a
Yeah.
do what I say I'm gonna do kind of person. So I feel like if I was racist, I feel like I kill a lot of black people. I was just saying, I just think I would. I think I'd be a go-getter if I was racist. And as I'm not racist, I'm very lazy.
Well, Chris, I think Jose's gonna have to edit this one out too.
Yeah, this part doesn't make sense. I'm gonna blame that part on the pills. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can redirect my brain here. No, you know why I don't think white people would win a race war? We're very, very lazy. Very lazy. And for me, I'm super lazy. So unless you walk right past my porch, I'm probably not gonna do anything. You have to walk up to me for me to be racist if I were racist.
Oh my god, yeah. This is where the pills start taking over. Chris had left a long time ago.
They are so good. They really are doing the trick. I can't feel anything, let alone a heart problem.
Just
No,
having a heart attack. It is cool.
yeah, it's a weird position to be in that you're criticizing racist people for not doing anything. Like the only reason that they were yelling at the protests in town is because they were in a bar and they only had to walk out to the porch to yell. That's that's convenient racism, Josh. I would need super convenient racism to be a racist.
You know what, Chris? There's no saving both of us on this one. I think
I finally made sense out of it. This is how I come up with my jokes. I say something stupid, and then I try and justify it. So by the end of the show, that'll make sense. Anyways,
I don't know, Chris, man. I
oh,
think
but
you're
I'll
also
tell you
looking
what,
at it one-sided.
it has been pretty interesting learning experience watching how you and Rashid how different your reactions have been to everything that's going on. Well, actually, not completely different, similar, but it's I hadn't seen uh, emotion from racism since like college.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that there hasn't been instances where my friends have experienced racism. I just wasn't there for it. It hits you differently when you're right there in the room when it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so it was interesting to see how you both reacted. You kind of said, uh, "I'm going to deal with this on my own," and kind of went off on your own for a little bit there. And Rashid was more vocal, wanted to talk it out more. Which both ways were fine.
but I,
feel it. It'd be hard. I'm glad it's gonna sound awful, but I'm glad this isn't something that I've had to deal with. 'Cause it really looks like it
yeah.
takes an emotional toll on you guys.
It does. But it's different. Like for me personally, it's just like I feel so caught up in this world, this weird world. So like when I said it's tough going back to comedy, bro, it's just like because I know I'm able, God willing, to get enough people to like me on each side of life. But now it's like in this weird spot where I know where I stand, but some of my white friends or whatever are uncomfortable with that, right? And it's like, guys, I love everyone, so I could still love you guys, and y'all had different political views, right? Because like I got close uncles and stuff, that. Well, people I consider like close uncles that may be like Trump supporters, right? And it's like, yo, bro, I fucking love you.
Wait, black Trump supporters?
Nah, bro, nah.
How's it say?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you need to stop talking to those people. They're clearly insane.
Nah. But then it's like, I don't know, bro. I feel in a weird mix because even with my black like brothers and sisters, like I'm there with them and I done did the march, and even right now I'm coming up with a plan so we get into the next police union contracts and stuff. But it's also like we can't demand stuff unless we start helping ourselves. It's just so weird.
Ooh, that's a Terry Crews approach.
Nah.
No, not
It's
that
not.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I say like we can't demand stuff until we start helping ourselves, like I mean, bro, we can't demand that systems change and then we not show up to the polls. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I get it, and I like how you're talking like Huey Newton. Um, oh no, I get it. I mean that's always been my stance. I've had enough black friends in my life to have seen stuff, to understand stuff. I get it. I tell my kids they should be mad. You should
yeah,
be mad too, but you should be. My kids aren't allowed to be mad at cops because their step grandfather's a cop, so it's awkward. Uh, I told you my kid made a all cops are bad sign, and I went,
yeah.
you can't do that. You got family. You change it to say some cops are bad. Anyway, uh, no, and the weird thing about this that's different from all the other uh, flare-ups when it comes to race is that this one's got social media, so it's always in your face.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like that. I mean, with the Rodney King stuff, I mean,
It was just in
it
LA.
was on the news, but that was the only time. You know what I mean? You didn't really hear about it that much. But now, I mean, you guys are inundated with it. I mean, you scroll through Facebook, and if there's anything political or race related, I mean, fucking comments. Jeez, I don't know how y'all deal with it. I get angry, and but I got a heart problem, so I can't get too angry like the Hulk. Uh, so I do Ed Norton breathing. No, I don't know how you guys deal with it. It's just like when the kids are getting bullied now. When I was a kid, you got bullied and you went home, and that was the end of being bullied for the day. But these kids go home and then they get on the Facebook and then they're fighting there, and they're on
Yeah.
Twitch and they're fighting there. They go to fucking play games with their friends online and shit fucking finds them there. And I don't know how you guys are doing it. I think every kid from born 1995 and on should come with a therapist. Like you should get assigned a therapist and
Yeah,
right
for real.
away. A therapist that specializes in social media. I don't know.
Man,
I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, if I ever beat up a kid and then waited for him to get online so I could make fun of him some more, I mean, I don't know. I probably would have done it because I was a terrible person. But I mean,
yeah.
that sucks.
Bro, it all sucks, man. The only definite stance that I know I could take is like anybody that vote for Trump a second term, I just can't fuck with you. I just know that. But
Yeah,
eh,
I've been deleting people because it's 4 years of examples of a bad person and you're still with them.
yeah,
Weird.
But it's weird though, cause like Chris is like, bro. Where another thing I've been doing like on my vision quest is like I've been trying to like answer these questions, like, cause Chris, like I done
Too young.
swam.
You're too young to care about the questions. Oh, please
Nah,
live your life. Ask the questions when you're old like me.
I can't, man, cause I feel like I have a just I don't know, bro. It's something nagging at me. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I got too many influence. I love everybody, Chris. That's all I can say. And it sucks because I have enough people in my life to love me back, but it's like we're all so different, and we all don't want to understand. You get what I'm saying?
Josh, 40 years, here's what I've learned. There's no justice. There's rarely peace. Nothing makes sense. Everyone who's political or religious is crazy in some way, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's just a little crazy or super crazy. I'm not saying that people who don't believe in God are normal because they got their own hang-ups, but man, religion and politics really can fuck up a relationship. I've been unfollowing Trump people too. It's just, what's weird? But I'm kind of excited about if he doesn't win. I'm excited to see him throw a tantrum.
You think he's leaving that?
I'm excited to see the Secret Service pick him up by his arms, kick him, and they carry him out to the fucking street. Oh man, what if he went out to the street and all the people that are protesting see him? It'll be like a Beatles video where he runs and everybody's following him.
Yeah, if Trump don't win, bro, it will be a civil war.
I don't think it'll be a civil war. I really don't. I don't think white people have the do it part of the when it comes to racism. They rarely do they act on it. They feel it and maybe they'll scream at you or spit at you, but like that'll be the end of it. I don't see. Well, I guess they shot. Did they shoot in Charlottesville? Are there any shootings in the Charlottesville thing?
No, instead they just hit a girl with their car.
Yeah, that's a coward, and that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a whole bunch of cowards. So if you can just withstand that initial strike, it's like wrestling. If you can handle them shooting at you once, going for your legs, and they missed, then you can take it. Then you can take it. There's no fight. There's no real fight in racist people. I think racist people just like the act of being angry.
Nah, because like I'm trying to tell you, we live in two different Americas, man, and I promise you, like if Trump lose, there will be a race war, bro.
What am I gonna do?
Well, you
I
live
like
in
both
Washington.
teams.
Well, you got the opportunity to either chill or you go help your boy Rashid out.
Yeah, I don't know. I bought a hatchet, so I am prepared for the Civil War. But I don't foresee having to use it here in Washington. I feel like if I just like chill at my house, none of it'll come to me. Like they won't figure out that I'm an ally and they won't kill me because I'm surrounded by them. Like I am surrounded by Trump people.
Bro, they know you're an ally. They know you're an ally ever since you defended me at that Watson open mic.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Watson down open mic was yeah, that guy should have said what he said. I guess I have stuck up for you. That's nice of me. Well, you're worth sticking up for. I think we're gonna call it a day here because you're getting sleepy. But I was so excited to have you back. I didn't even look at the time. And we
What time is it?
It's 12:30. We kind of got to all the stuff I wanted to talk about, so that worked out. We had a nice recap of why you had to go on your vision quest. Talked about Representative John Lewis a little bit. I think we healed some wounds.
We didn't heal shit, Chris.
We really didn't do shit. Matter of fact, I would venture to say that this is the most scatterbrained I've ever been. And Jose has a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was say this might be the episode where he gets paid because it's so terrible and he has to sit through
Whoa,
it.
whoa, what you mean
Did
terrible?
good. No,
Terrible
you did
content?
good. No, you did good. I think I was a little goofy. I don't know. I don't know if I held my own on this the whole time. Um, but Joshua, it is a goddamn delight to have you back, as it were, back in the rotation. Uh, I look forward to our next episode. I think we should have a guest. Uh, as a matter of fact, I think it should be somebody I don't know. So if you can think of anybody that you want to talk to, and we'll have them on, and we'll talk them up, and I'll get to meet new people. And next episode, well, Rashid and I will be either sitting through one of Rashid's long stories or interviewing some. That wasn't for you. That was for me. That is an ongoing joke. Rashid and my
I
wife,
know.
Rashid and my wife tell the longest stories. Things that's so long. I love both of them to death. God damn it, shorten up your stories. Get to the point, quick, quick, quick.
Hey man, all I'm saying is you can't blame him, man. Like, how many chances is he gonna get to get interviewed? You know,
Ah, and there's the first shot. You know what? That should be the thing that we do. That was yours. And then at the end of Rashid's episode, I'll say, okay, say one thing about Josh. And then he'll insult you. And then the insults will be you guys why you like each other. And then bring it back together in a triumphant original cast of the Jimmer Chatter podcast. Even if it doesn't happen, I love talking to you. I love talking to him. I love talking to
Chris,
others. So we're going to figure it
you
all out.
forgot one thing, bro. You forgot one thing about that thing.
Wait, is this a second? Are you firing 2 shots across the bow? Okay, he's gonna
No,
get 2 back. Go ahead.
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm not.
All I'm saying is, if we were to do back to back at the end of each episode, you know what? You fucked it up. I was gonna throw a shot, and I was gonna say for Rashid to get his comeback out is gonna take all episodes, and I would not be going.
It's definitely not gonna be as short as yours was. I'll guarantee it.
That shit gonna be like, well,
He's more of a storyteller comic. You got jokes, she got jokes, and he be crabbing, and he's a hater, and you're a hater, and I'm Chris Chimmer, and this has been Chimmer Chatter. I'm out.